Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Check It Out. Perhaps the last episode of Check It Out. My name is Tommy Shelby. With me, as always, Miss Shanae Howard.
What's up?
Mr. Ryan Robinson.
What up, assholes?
Ryan, what do you got here?
All right, so this week I have a game that I really like called Renegade Ops. This is a game that was actually came out last generation.
PS3.
PS3, motherfuckers. And it is a lot of fun. I haven't played it in a while, but I booted it up for the sole purpose of doing this Check It Out, and I ended up playing for a lot longer than I had planned to. So basically, it's a game where you are part of a group of mercenaries who I guess specializes in killing dictators, and in doing so, you engage in what is a vehicular twin stick shooter. As one of a few different characters. I choose to play as Gordon Freeman just because he's in this game and he's Gordon Freeman.
I think Gordon Freeman is only the Steam version.
That makes sense. Each driver has their own special attacks that work in various different ways. Some of them aren't even attacks at all, but actually tools. Like some of them have like an EMP that stops some enemies from doing their thing. Gordon Freeman actually uses the antlions from Half-Life 2 to attack his enemies. Every stage is preceded by what you can see here, a very comic book-like presentation with some really over-the-top voiceover. So basically, you go through each stage. They give you various very simple objectives and different parts of the map, and you kind of just have to kill enemies on your way there. It's really easy to get a hold of. Once you kind of drive around for a couple of minutes, you kind of pick up on it right away. If you played any twin stick shooters at all, this will be immediately familiar to you. You can see here I'm actually really garbage at the game because I haven't played it for a few months, but I like it a lot because it's got a lot of really loud presentation. Like there's a lot of screen shake with the explosions. The explosions look great. In fact, explosions are my favorite part. One of my favorite parts of this game because they hold up graphically really well considering how old this game is. Mm-hmm. I've never actually gotten to play this game multiplayer. I've only ever played single player, but I imagine it would be really fun with another person.
Sure.
But each level is they're basically doing the same thing. They basically tell you, hey, go here and blow this thing up, or go here and pick this thing up, and on the way make sure you blow up as many guys as possible. And of course, it tracks your score as you go along. It tracks different bonuses you get, and different bonuses will unlock different abilities for your car and different upgrades at the end of the level. As you saw right before I jumped into this level, there was a skill tree to where you can upgrade various stats and weapons.
Not really
on your car.
a tree.
It's not really a tree. It's kind of a linear path presented as a tree. But you use those upgrades to kind of just make yourself more deadly. You kind of don't want to choose a different character in the middle of a run through the campaign because it's gonna start your progress all the way over. You kind of want to just level one up.
You can also grind.
Yeah, you can, but if you're just going straight through, you want to stick with one guy. But I like the game because it's easy to just kind of just get lost in it for like an hour or so. Because it's not a game that you really have to think a whole lot about. You just drive around, blow shit up, and go on to the next thing. It's really fun. It's got a very much a Saturday morning cartoon vibe, except if Saturday morning cartoons had F words in them. But it's really fun and engaging. I don't have a whole lot to say about it besides that it's just really fun. And it's one of those games that Sega, it's a Sega game, but it's not the kind of game that Sega really makes as often anymore. But it's one of those gems that I think everybody should try out at least once.
Yeah, I think I've played a good bit of this game. I think if you're fans of old SNK games like Guerrilla War or Shock Troopers, or even other games of that time like Jackal, it feels like kind of a fusion of those.
As a matter of fact, it feels exactly like Jackal. I'm glad that you mentioned that. It's like a more updated version of Jackal. But yeah, there's a lot here for fans of the genre, and I think that
that tank got you.
Yeah, it got me real good. But I think that anybody who is a fan of twin stick shooters will find a lot to like here. And on top of that, I feel like a lot of most twin stick shooters, like even if there are different characters in the game, their differences are usually just superficial. Whereas I feel like choosing different characters in this game will lend itself to like different styles of gameplay, from player to player. I like Gordon Freeman's special because it suits me the most, but I think you'll find something to like with every character.
Yeah. Also, it's frequently on sale.
It is frequently on sale, so if it's not on sale now, you'll probably find it within the next couple weeks or so. And when you do, you should buy it.
Buy it.
Buy it.
Is that like a robot dog following you?
No, that's an antlion from Half-Life 2. I'm gonna go into this. Hold on, I'm gonna go into this building, and I'm gonna beat up these Nazis.
Oh.
I'm beating up the Nazis.
I like that it's done like a comic book style. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. You know what Half-Life 2 is, Shanae?
I never heard of it.
Do you actually not know what Half-Life 2 is?
I never.
Okay. Because we might have had to do a whole show on that. But anyway, yeah. Renegade Ops. Pick it up.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.